Righto, sorry about that. The memory card got full, and I didn't know about it. So you didn't really miss too much. I just cleaned up inside with the wire brush. Bit of weld through primer there. Bit of weld through primer on the underside of that one. And now we're going to see how many holes we can make blowing through this. That's better. If I can weld these ones, I'll take him up there. Oh, it blew through. What a surprise. God dang him. Nah. Gee, she's only just holding on there. Get that out of the way. Why haven't I put this bloody handbrake in before? Probably because it doesn't go in. Oh, this is just going to be so much fun. Got to check the old gun. Need to tap up. Although maybe I'll do the other stuff first. Get it a little bit more solider. Where's my light gone? I can't see jack shit. I better do these plug welds first. Why didn't I think of that before? It's still flush. Oh, okay. God, it's just so thin. Alright. Oh well, it wasn't as bad as I thought. There was a little one back up there. When I was going zot 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 really quick, all I was doing was just putting it, and then like the fourth blast you give it on the trigger, you give it a little bit more and it sort of, I don't know, spreads that material out a bit. It sort of helps you to build up your gaps and whatnot. But I hate doing stuff like this because it's just fiddly patchwork shit. You'd rather, you know, do whole sections, whole panels at a time, not sort of stitch it together with bloody bits and pieces. But anyway, this is called a budget builder. So what I'm doing, so I'm getting rid of this layer of sheet metal from the old floor pan, and I think I'll just I'm just going to trim that. Where is it? Now I think I'm going to trim this this fold all the way off, and then drill and plug weld along the side there like it kind of was from factory. Needs more work, but it is what it is. Just got an old wood chisel. Seems to be holding up to the job okay, and yeah, just chipping away at it. It's, if you don't have an air chisel, I suppose this is the next best thing. But yeah, I don't think I'll be notching any more sort of door hinges and shit with this one again. But anyway, got to break some eggs to make an omelette or something. Put that one back there. Doesn't work too bad actually. Once you get under it. Well, geez, that works pretty good. It's also worth noting, when you're doing shit like this, be careful of all these sharp edges, because as a kid I got scarred from literally scarred. First sort of attempt at doing some sheet metal modifications, and that involved a tomahawk to the roof of old Cortina station wagon, and yeah, I slipped and where is it? That one there. It got me somewhere else as well, but yes, you learn that one quick. I was hoping to have this done in 2 days. This will be going on the where am I at to now? Well, the first was a half day, then there was a full day yesterday doing the bloody dog leg. I'm starting to cut this out. So all this patchwork and shit just taking up time. That's going to be much better. Right, cleaning me up a bit. Where's the light gone? Give me some bloody light. Hello! Oh, what do you got? What do you got? A lolly? Lollipop? Are you serious? My gosh, you must have been a good boy this afternoon, were you? And the dog's here, boy's here. I wonder if Mum's coming down. She's not? Okay. How was school today? Oh, that's good. What are you going to wash with the Windex today? You cheeky. Well, I dare say that's my cue to go and have a cuppa up at the house. To be continued. You sure you don't want to be on YouTube? Righto, so what I've done, I've gone around, tech screwed the floor pan down tight against the box section. Got the gap nice and closed up underneath all the curves. Did need a little bit of massaging to get this curve right. So she's sitting reasonably pretty there now. I'll go around and scribe my line and carefully cut him out. And I do have some panel clamps somewhere. Bought them on eBay one night shift for this sort of stuff. And they sort of go. If I can't find them, it's not the end of the world. I just wanted to try them because all the professionals seem to use them. I'm rather impressed that I haven't cut myself to pieces so far on sheet metal. And once I cut this and get it, then I'll measure in 10mm and drill me holes so I can plug weld them. Hopefully it should all turn out apples. Alright, I'll unscrew this now and start cutting. Alright, probably 2 hours later of trimming, fiddling. I'm pretty happy with the way that it all sort of is going to sit. A little bit more of a gap up here than I'd like, but a bit of gap craft. I've jumped underneath it and scribed the outline of the box sections. So now I'll pull the pan out again, and then drill me holes. I'll step it in about 10 mil, and then drill me holes, and I'll dress up the edges a little bit on the underside, and then weld her in. That's the plan. It's getting rather late in the day. Fatigue is setting in. I don't think the dog's been fed yet. Let's get into it. So it's about 11 o'clock at night. I've had the brother-in-law up at the shed. We've had a few bevies, a couple of cordials. So work slowed down a little bit, but managed to plug away. So inside the box sections, I've treated, primed, and sprayed on some satin black in there just to protect it. Now the folds there, the returns on the box sections have had a coat of weld through primer. Everything fitted up reasonably well with a dummy fit, so I've gone around and just tidied up some edges, made it a little bit more hospitable to welding. And the floor pan I've come across, and so I've marked out basically the center lines of where those box section returns are, and I'll go along, drill those out to about 8 mil. Once I've drilled all those holes, I think I might strip the whole underside of this floor pan, get it back to bare metal, and yeah, give it something a little bit more. I don't know. I don't particularly trust the coating that Rare Spares puts on, but not saying that there's anything wrong necessarily with the Rare Spares coating, but I don't know. She's a little bit agricultural, so that's where we stand. All right. Stay tuned. We'll see how this goes. Fine motor skills are a little bit impaired at the minute. So I've gone around, drilled all the holes for the plug welds. I've given it a light sandblast just to get the, I don't know, the unknown sort of coating that Rare Spares provides you with. Get that off. I'm going to give it all a hit. This is the underside. I'll give it all a hit with this weld through primer. Then we'll start putting it in for final fit up. Some might consider this an excessive waste of expensive U-pole weld through primer, but I really couldn't be buggered masking off all the different sections for different primers. I'm just going to hit it all with this stuff, and I know that when it's dried, I'll be able to stick whatever coating I want over this one. Give it a little dusting just for good measure. Well, what's on here? All right. She looks a little bit like Swiss cheese at the moment, but all that'll get filled in. I might give it just a little bit of a hurry along. I'm not going to worry about the top side for the minute, because I can strip that and prep that at a later date. But yeah, I kind of want to get the underside done. Now begins the arduous task of realigning everything, but it's necessary. Now what I might do, I might focus on that corner first. What can I do? Oh jeez. How obvious. That looks alright. I didn't have to fiddle too much. What about down there? I'm sorry about the steering wheel being in the camera view all the time, but it is what it is. These panel clamps, they're kind of like tile wedges, but for cars. Although they're a little bit of a pain in the ass to try and set up by yourself. next day, ready to start welding this in. Yeah, I didn't pull up stumps till about midnight last night, and feeling a bit dusty today, but I'm determined to get this done because Christmas is coming up, and that usually means there's no time for anything else. So yeah, if I can get this sorted, I'll be very, very happy. So there's a little bit of a gap up the top there. Not too concerned about it. I'm going to start at the bottom. Right, I'll put a few tacks along the bottom, and then I'll screw the pan down in the middle, and put a few plug welds in, and just basically work my way out, I think. So we'll go with that. Now I am expecting some less than average sort of welds in some spots, just because of how pitted the floor is. If I kept grinding until I got shiny metal all the way, there'd be nothing left of the floor. So I'm expecting a bit of porosity and contamination, but we'll work with it. Might get some light going in here, I think. Things are looking pretty nice from underneath, nice and snug against that boxing, the box section. I'll bring you around this side to have a look. So all I'm doing, as I'm working along, I get them flush, tack them, move to the next section, get it flush, tack it. As you keep working your way around, get them flush, and then tack them. So it's a slow, tedious process, but if you spend the time and do it like this, the end result, it's going to be a lot better than if you just going willy-nilly trying to bloody go hell for leather. So yeah, might knock off for a cup of coffee. Well, there you have it. She's all welded in, and I'm pretty surprised, actually. Yeah, it didn't come up too bad. I thought I'd get a lot more blow throughs up the front there. Don't get me wrong, it was still a challenge, but yeah. So I haven't cleaned him up yet. I think I'm only going to give it the very lightest of hits with the flapper wheel, and I'll leave that weld there. I mean, it's going to get covered up. I'll just take the highs off it, but it's sort of sitting reasonably flat anyway. I'll have a look underneath and see what it looks like underneath. Oh yeah, there's the weld coming across there. You can see penetration all the way through. I don't know if there's enough light under here for you to see this, but you can see yeah, good penetration all the way around. There. So yeah, that, ladies and gentlemen, is sort of kind of how you do a floor pan in a HKTG. Now, if you didn't have any dogleg dramas and you didn't have any of this little patchwork jigsaw bullshit to deal with, you could do this in a day. If you got stuck in, you could do it in a day. But so far, just from the day that I first pulled the engine out to right now, it's been 4 days. Obviously I've had stuff to do in between, life, etc. But yeah, alrighty, I'll clean this up. I think I might wrap this video up actually. Just I don't think you really need to see me paint it, but you'll see it painted in a future episode. Oh, the other thing, I sort of could not make any noise today, so I had to sort of do stuff that didn't require banging and drilling and whatever. Now, this is a budget build, it is super cheap. So is that. That's super cheap aerosol rust converter. I went hell for leather with a heap of red Scotch Brite, and this stuff pretty much all in the engine bay, and the headlight panels and the inner guard. Now that's what it comes off out of the can like. Now you're supposed to leave it for a bit before top coating, and what does it say? It says it's you can top coat it with enamel or 2-pack. So look, if this works, this is cheating, really, because I was going to sandblast all this and bloody get it looking pretty, but if it's just going to inhibit the rust and give a good solid base, who cares? Like this is, it's not a summer nuts car, it's a tidy up, right? This is a vehicle that was pulled out of a paddock. This is the stuff I'll be using underneath and in the engine bay. It's a satin black. It is enamel, straight to go out of the tin. On the underside I've got this stuff, the anti-chip coating. I've got the special gun there somewhere, but this shit is right to go straight over the top of that U-pole weld through primer. And then once that goes on, then you put your subframe black over the top. So yeah, I think that about wraps it up. Oh yeah, the other thing, 16.7, if you know you know. I'll run with that steering box, I think. Thanks everyone for watching me videos. It's sort of, sometimes I wonder if it's if it's worthwhile filming and editing and bloody uploading shit, because it does take a fair bit of time. If you do like the format, drop us a comment. If you think there's areas where I can improve, like if you think I'm waffling on too much, or if there's too much boring content, let me know. And I do try to cut out all the long-winded boring stuff and just sort of give you snapshots of each little step. But drop us a comment, let me know how I'm doing, and catch you on the next episode.